Good day. So our lesson for today for refrigeration systems will be another topic. Ito naman yung meron kang maraming pressures and maraming evaporators. So this is the multi-stage vapor compression cycle. So ano nga po ba yung multi-stage vapor compression cycle? By definition, it is also called a multi-pressure system kasi yung system mo magkakaroon ka ng maraming dyan, maraming compressor. May compression ka dyan, ilang beses ka magko-compress. So, dalawa compressor dito, depende sa system mo. Dalawa din ang evaporating mo. Kaya lang, iisa lang yung lalabasan nilang condenser. So, it has two or more low side pressures. So, low side pressures will be yung nandito sa iyong evaporators. Yan, low side pressure ang tawag dyan. Yan, low side pressure ito. Okay? And then, ang high side pressure mo, yung nag-build up dito sa 40. Anyway, ang hahabulin ng dalawa mong compressor dyan will be the pressure that is required here sa 40. Or dito sa iyong condenser. Now, the low side pressure is the pressure of the refrigerant between the expansion valves. Ilang expansion valves yan? Dalawa. And the intake of the compressor. So, a multi-pressure system is distinguished by the single pressure system or yung simple vapor compression cycle but which has one low side pressure. Pareho lang sila. Pero, dito, nagkaroon tayo ng multiple pressure na pagmumulan niya bago mo ipasok ng condenser. As you can see in the diagram, you only have one condenser and two evaporators, where those two evaporators will require and need two separate compressors in order for them to match up with the pressure that is required doon sa iyong condenser. And then, as you can see, dalawa din yung expansion valve mo. Dalawang throttling process ang mangyayari going separately coming from your condenser separately going to your two separate evaporators of different temperatures. So, pag-usapan natin yung pH diagram. Babasihan nyo ito, okay? The ultimate pressure or the maximum pressure is the pressure na nandun sa iyong condenser. And this one is the pressure of evaporator at 0 degrees Celsius. Ito naman yung pressure at evaporator at -10. Ngayon, tignan nyo hindi sila magkakonekta. So, dito will be your point 1. Your point 1 will always come from the lowest temperature and lowest pressure evaporator. So, this is point 1. Going to point 2, ibig sabihin this is S is equal to C. How will you find H2? How will you find H4? Mamaya, pag-usapan natin yan. So, hindi mo masasolve muna ito. Hindi mo masasolve ito. But, we can see that H4 and H2 are superheated vapors. Okay? And then going 3 to 4, ganun din, S is equal to C. Yung H1 mo is Hg at temperature mo is equal to -10 degrees Celsius. O, kuha mo yan. Yung 3 din is Hg at T is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. Ngayon, itong temperature na to, dito. Yung temperature na to, dito. This is T1, this is T3. Ngayon, ito, hindi mo masasabing temperature din yan nung P-condenser kasi nga superheated vapor sila. So, how will you determine? At tulad din yung pag-determine natin ng simple vapor compression cycle ng H2 and H4. All you have to do is to determine yung SG dito and SG dito. Yung SG dito, pag na-determine mo na, i-connect mo sila doon sa pressure na tatamaan nila, which is pressure of the condenser. Now, after going back, we can see that H4 is less than H2. Oh, ngayon, masasolve mo si H2 using this SG ni 1 kasi doon siya nakakonekta sa isentropic line and then you will trace it using yung condensing pressure. Now, ganun din yun sa H4. H4, you will trace the SG ni 3 and then trace the pressure of the condenser. Okay? Pressure of the condenser. And then, going back, makita nyo dito ulit sa iyong block diagram, yung 5 to 6 and 5 to 7. Ibig sabihin, yung lumabas dito, yung H5, that is saturated liquid na. Dito, mga superheated vapor, dito saturated vapor. Pareho sila ni 3 and 1. And then ito, saturated vapor din dito. Ito pare-parehas. Tandaan nyo, this is H5 is equal to H6 is equal to H7. Ano po ba yan? Tumapak si 5 sa saturated liquid. Ibig sabihin that is HF at P ni condenser. Okay, ganun lang po kadali yun. Hindi po kayo mahihirapan dyan. Actually, mahihirapan kayo by chart. You can find H2 and H4 using chart. Now, let us determine. In figure B, as you can see, if there are two evaporators of different pressure or temperature, there would also be two constant temperature lines. Dalawa nga naman. But, that does not mean na yung 4 and 2 mo will be the same temperature na nandun. But we can see na anong meron doon. Such process is, such of the processes na nandun from 1 and to 3, those are isentropic compression cycles. Or isentropic compression processes. Kung saan yung 1 and 2 merong isentropic, yung 3 and 4 may isentropic. All you have to do is to determine yung mga SG nila at vapor side. Okay? Saturated vapor. And then trace it again using your pressure of the condenser. Now, there would also be two constant temperature lines of the evaporator in the diagram. The two expansion valves represent the points 5, 6, and 7 the pH, while the two compressors in the cycle represent two isentropic curve lines. Diba? Sinabi ko na mas maikli kanina. Now, we go to multi-expansion valve system. The expansion valve is designed to lower the pressure of the condenser, but para sa akin, that is throttling process, constant enthalpy. From condenser pressure to the pressure of the evaporator pressure. Now, a specific expansion valve is designed only in these pressure limits. Hindi sila pwedeng lalampas. If there are multiple evaporators with different temperatures, take note, this is where multiple expansion valves are needed. Different temperatures na evaporator. Okay, ito yung note dyan. There are multiple evaporators of different temperatures. So, magkakaroon ka ng multiple expansion valve. Hindi pwedeng iisang valve lang gagamitin. This is the enthalpy leaving to the condenser. O, ngayon, the enthalpy entering the two expansion valves are the same. Although, the enthalpy is the same, the mass of the refrigerant, hindi pwede. Okay? May mass balancing pa rin ang mangyayari. Tignan nyo. Dito sa ating diagram, it branched out. Okay? You have a mass here. Meron kang mass, kuwari, pagpalagay natin dito, mass of the condenser. O kaya, mass ni 4. Lumabas dito, M5. Papasok siya dito, nahati na. Depende sa conditions na ibibigay sa'yo dyan. Of those masses. It is not equal. Yung mass 6 and mass 7 is not equal. And that is also not equal to 5. But their total is 5. Now, from the figure, you can see that there are two evaporators. Yung evaporating A, evaporator B. With different temperatures. So, the evaporator A has 0 degrees Celsius, while evaporator B has negative 10 degrees Celsius. Since there are two evaporators, the system will also require two expansion valves. Diba sinabi ko? Hindi pwedeng isa lang. So, the expansion valve A and the expansion valve B. Those expansion valves will be for the pressure reduction from the condenser. Tatanggalin niya yung mataas na pressure from condenser. Down to the temperature of the pressure line of A, while EB for evaporator B for the pressure reduction of the condenser line down to evaporator B, which is different nga yung temperature. Again, if there are a number of evaporators with different temperatures, you will also require a number of expansion valve. Hindi pwedeng isang expansion valve. Kasi nga po, ang hahabulin nilang pressure is magkaiba at different temperatures. Now, this is the good example. You have one condenser, tatlong evaporator. O, di tatlo rin expansion valve mo. Okay? O, sample B. Ito naman. Pag sinabing, nakita nyo dito, magkakaiba sila, di ba? Yung temperature A is not equal to temperature B. Not equal. Not equal to temperature C. Therefore, kailangan mo ng number of evaporators na meron ka dyan. Dito naman. Nakita mo, okay to. Ibig sabihin, yung expansion valve mo to, mag-agree lang siya ng pressure na ibibigay dapat dito from 0 degrees Celsius. Ngayon, itong TA is equal to TB. O, pero sila hindi equal sa 20. Ngayon, ilan ang equal dyan? Dalawa. So, iisa lang ang pwede mo dyan. At dito, iba naman temperature. So, isa pa rin. Dalawa yung naging expansion valve mo. Kahit tatlo yung iyong evaporator. Kasi yun sa dalawang evaporator, equal yung kanilang temperature. So, suitable yung gagamitin mong expansion valve dun sa dalawang evaporator. Okay? Yan na yung paliwanag dyan. Hindi ko na English yun. Okay? So, into multiple compressor system, hatiin naman natin. A compressor is needed to compress or increase the pressure of the refrigerant from the evaporator pressure up to the condenser pressure. Just like the expansion valves, compressors are designed to increase pressure from one certain low pressure side to higher pressure. So if there are multiple evaporators, malamang meron kang multiple low pressures and then multiple compressors para iakyat mo dun sa pressure requirement ng iyong condenser rather. So, from figure A, meron tayo dito sa baba, yan. There are two compressors, compressor A and B, since there are two evaporators with different temperatures. Compressor A is responsible for the pressure increase from evaporator A to, ito pala pinag-uusapan natin. Ito, ayan. O, yung compressor A is responsible para iakit yung pressure dito from low pressure side at evaporator A to the condenser. At ganun din si B. Iakit niya yung pressure para ma-match up niya yung pressure na ibinibigay natin dito sa condenser. Galing dito sa evaporating pressure na mababa. Ay, yun lang yung paliwanag doon. Is it possible to only have one compressor for figure A? Yes. Unlike expansion valves, which can be shared by two evaporators, pwede daw yun. Pwede. Ayan, ito na ang tanong ha. Pwede po ba isa lang evaporator? Yes, pwede. Mag-iiba yung graph mo nga lang. Mag-iiba yung pH diagram mo. Unlike expansion valves, it can't be shared by two evaporators with different temperatures. Compressors can. If we will combine two evaporators at different temperatures to use only one compressor, we're going to use back pressure valve para mag-match up yung pressure niya. Kaya nagkaroon ka ng back pressure valve. Ano po bang ginagawa ng back pressure valve? From the word itself, back pressure. Di ba magkaibang pressure yan? Ngayon, yung pressure at A, it will go your back pressure valve para hindi bumalik yan. Back pressure valve. Ano ba meaning ng back pressure valve? The back pressure valve has the same working principle as the expansion valve. For pressure reduction, while the enthalpy of the refrigerant is held constant, the evaporator with higher pressure compared to the other will use back pressure. Its pressure lowers, hindi will lowers until it reaches the pressure line of the evaporator. Okay? Ima-match up niya yung pressure bago sila mag-mix up dito. Hindi mo pwedeng pag-mix up yung dalawang pressure at magkaibang temperature. Okay? Yung back pressure valve dyan, in figure C, dito, is attached to the exit of the evaporator A. This is because its temperature as well as its pressure is greater than compared to pressure of the evaporator B. The junction point is where the refrigerant will mix. So, ganun din yung kanilang mass. The refrigerant that passes through the evaporator A, MA, is mixed with the refrigerant that passes through evaporator B, which has a mass of B. The mass that will come out of this junction will be the total mass, MA plus ME. In this sample figure, the mass will be the total mass of the refrigerant that recirculates through the system, or that is simply called the mass of the refrigerant, MREF, since it is the mass that will go through your only compressor and condenser. In the pH diagram, it will look like this. So, meron kang mixing dyan. So, if this is the 0.7 from your evaporator, this is 1. Okay? Nasaan ang 1 mo dyan? That is now the part where it will go to your compressor. So, yung pressure ba ni 5 will be equal to 1? Not necessarily. Kasi magmimix sila at 1 point kung saan it will go to your compressor. Kaya nga magbaback pressure, babalik yung pressure niya pababa. Okay? Yung pressure niya higher than dito. Itong pressure nito will be higher this pressure. So, pressure at 0 degrees Celsius, dito yung pressure at negative 10 degrees Celsius. Back pressure, babalik sa back pressure. Okay? Yan, dito. Dito bababa yung pressure niya, and then it will go back to the pressure nung evaporating dito sa lower pressure side. Okay? In figure E, we can clearly see that what happened at the part of the pH diagram. 0.5 and 7 are the points that enters the junction while 0.1 leaves. The enthalpies at 0.5 and 7 can be determined using a refrigerant table since they are saturated vapors. And we can see that H5 is greater than H1 and H1 is greater than H7. The enthalpy at 0.1 can only be solved using simple equation. Mag-aano ka? Energy balance ka. Okay, tignan mo dito dito tayo nag-meet. So, itong H5 is SG, H5 is HG, at T or T is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. Si H7 is SG, HG at T is equal to negative 10 degrees Celsius. So, H1 is, ito na yung simple equation. By mass balance and energy balance. Now, note that the numbering of the points in a cycle may differ according to schematic diagram layout. Depende yan sa schematic diagram. So now, since our point 1 lies in the superheated region, how can we locate the point 1? How can we locate to determine the value of enthalpy at point 2? For that question, mas magandang dun tayo sample problem natin. Okay? So, let us solve a problem para maintindihan natin to. Okay? On our next recording. So, the notes will come out after this, For questions, after this recording.